Greetings and salutations. I am in service to the one, Amber Dawn Star, practical mystic, energetic activist, and for 34 years, master breathologist. Welcome to my community. I first wanted to say that the last video I did, for some reason, had a glitch. It showed 20 minutes when I got done making it, but it only came out to 4. I have no idea what I did wrong, or if I did anything wrong. I don't know. Since this is all new to me, as you know, if you watched any of these videos, I'm getting better at it, but holy moly, I still don't know a lot of what I'm doing. So I'm just, going with it, letting you know that that's what happened if anybody watched it, which, I don't know. It was basically about your galactic roots and feeling like you have them because you can't fit in here. No matter what you do everything that you're supposed to do. You're playing the game, you're doing your thing, you're obeying, and you're going through it, and you just don't fit in. That usually is an indication that you're not from here. When there's this pull, when there's just this force within you, that's like, this makes no sense. And Earth, 3D Earth, for galactic root people, doesn't make much sense other than it's here now and it is moving into the next dimension, the 5th dimension. And that is the actual thing that is actually happening. And we are in the middle of that, or in the beginning, or at the end, or I don't know where we are. I just know it's happening. And man, is it happening. I mean, is the shite hitting the fan, or is it just me? I don't think it's just me. I think the shite is really hitting the proverbial fan in everybody's life, Not just mine, not just my people, my family, people, my friends, my associates. Everybody is going through this right now. And it feels like you're doing the best you can. You're running at top speed, trying to keep it all together. And it just doesn't really want to stay together. It just doesn't. And it is coming apart at the seams, even though we're supposedly going back to our quote unquote normal, which we aren't. We won't ever go back to that because it wasn't normal in the first place. It sucked for most people. I would say for 99.9% of the people on this planet, normal sucked. So that's not going to happen again, even though things are opening up and people are just jumping in, aren't they? They're just jumping into all that opening going on because, half the adults in this country have been vaccinated. So therefore, everybody's safe. So this is where, when you're not a human, even though you're posing as one, you're like, oh my God, do these people not get it at all? And yeah, a lot of them don't. And it's very sad. It's very frustrating for the people that do, like me and you, frustrating. Because it's all out there. It's all pretty much blazing, bold, neon. Hello, it's time to stop and take a look around. Since 2020, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you take time, the time that was given to you by the universe, to say, hey, my life is really not working. All I'm doing is 40 hours a week, pushing myself to the absolute limit, being exhausted all the time, wondering if any of this really matters, which of course most of it doesn't if you're not being someone that realizes that this earth isn't going to keep sustaining the abuse that she's been receiving for the last 100 years. It's only been 100 flip-flopping years. that the destruction of this planet has come into being. I mean, really, really, 100 years. And we're at the brink now. We're at the brink, and the patriarchy, of course, doesn't give a flip-flop about it. All they want is their money because they're broken inside. Do you realize people work and strive and push and, oh, I got to get this done, and oh, I got to do this so I can have this, and this, so I can be somebody and people will respect me and I'll respect me, and oh, this is the American dream? No, this is the American nightmare. This is the American horror story. This last year showed us just how much we are off the mark. We are off the mark. Our country is going down the tubes, and it doesn't seem to matter to the powers that be. They don't seem to give a crap. I mean, everything that's going on right now, all the mass shootings that started as soon as it opened up, that's people's energy just don't know what to do. Don't know what to do with it. Don't go inside and find out really what's going on, really what we're made of, which is not what we've been force-fed since we got here. We are sparks of God, like every single thing in this universe and beyond this universe, all the universes, God, whatever, higher power, whatever you want to call that energy that you are a part of, that is the energy that is the truth. Unfortunately, most of what's going on right now is the dismantling of a lie. We've been living a lie for quite a while, but the last 100 years has really shown us how far off we are. If 2 people or 3 people in this world can have most of the wealth, then we zigged where we should have zagged. And those people, broken. You want to aspire to be a trillionaire and be broken inside, where all of the suffering that's going on could be erased just like that. If those billionaires would just get off their egotistical asses and say, you know what? Let's share. Let's share this. Let's share it. Instead of every single penny is mine and all the people that helped me get to be a billionaire, flip-flop them. Who cares? That's the prevailing attitude right now. So, free will, destiny. We are in a destined moment right now on this planet. This time has been foretold for centuries by a lot of different cultures. And it's here. It's finally here now. We're in this. This is the end of a whole cycle and many cycles, actually. And we are moving into a greater cycle. We are moving into a golden age again. However, we got to get rid of all the rust that has been going on for millennium. And that has to do with the patriarchy taking over and ruining it for most of us. Ruining it for the people and ruining it for the planet. So the destiny is here now. There's no getting away from it. And that's one thing about destiny. It's going to happen, whether you want it to or not, whether you like it or not, whether you're ready or not. It's going to happen, and it is happening. And how are you doing with this destiny? How are you coping with it? How are you feeling? At the end of your rope, like most people are right now? There's not a lot of people on this planet right now that aren't feeling the pressure of this destined moment. So this is where your free will comes in. Yes, we're in a free will zone in this third dimensional earth. And the free will is, how are you handling it? That's where your free will comes in. Because if it's destined, doesn't matter what you do to try to get away from it, to try to not deal with it, to try to not have it happen, to try to not have it be what it is. Destiny is going to happen. However, your part in it is your free will and how it is your response to what's happening. So as you see in the news and everywhere, now that it's opened up again, people are going off the rails. They are committing mass shootings every single day. You go on the news, you go on your feed, that's what the first thing that pops up is how many people have been killed by some person that just cannot cope. And of course, that's their free will, because there's no excuse anymore in 2021 not to realize what you truly are, where you truly come from, and what you're truly doing here. Now, of course, a lot of lazy people out there, a lot of people that, oh, it's their fault. It's the government's fault. It's my mom and dad's fault. It's my brother and sister's fault. It's my neighbor's fault. It's everybody but me's fault. That's not going to fly anymore because it's not sustainable. We are in a place right now that if we don't get our heads out of our A's, we are going to lose this beautiful place. We're going to lose it. There's not going to be, it's already happening. It's already happening. And I guess the billionaires just think, well, I'm just going to get as much as I can before I check out and flip-flop everybody else. Pretty much. I have no respect for these people. These people are the people that everybody wants to be. Not everybody, but a lot of people want to be millionaires. And they want to, so they can do this, they can do whatever they want. Well, you know what? Moving into the age of Aquarius is about the whole, is about the group. It's about the group consciousness. It's about the group heart. And right now, the group heart is broken. Excuse me. The group heart is broken. It's not a coincidence that this pandemic affects the lungs. There's no coincidence in that. That is synchronicity. We have been tearing down our lungs to feed cattle, then we then eat, and we are then ingesting all that fear. Because you don't think that these animals know what's coming when they're in that frickin' slaughterhouse? And you don't think they're sending out that fear energy into their whole system before they get killed? You gotta know that they're conscious beings also. Every single one of them. Whether you believe it or not. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. That's the truth. Consciousness is in every single thing. God is consciousness and is in every single thing. So the people that are tearing down our lungs to put cattle there to eat just perpetuates it. It perpetuates the greed. It perpetuates the fear. It perpetuates the destruction of our life. And yes, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to process. It's a lot to be living right now with any kind of awareness or consciousness. But think about it. You're either choosing the light and the love, or you're choosing the dark and the fear. And you know, the billionaires, guess what they're choosing? They're not choosing love and light. They're choosing darkness and fear. They think that they're all that because they have so much money. But what else do they have? Where is their soul? What is their soul asking of them? To be greedy flip-floppers? Or to share? The light is about sharing because that's the love. The fear is about, I don't have enough. Even if I'm a billionaire, I don't have enough. I have to have more. More. It's always about more. More stuff. It's not going to go back to normal because it never was normal. And now that it's opened up and, 150,000 people gathering to watch cars go round and round and round. This is what people gravitate toward, just to get out. No, the whole idea of this was to go in and see where your life isn't working anymore and hasn't been working. That's your free will. The destiny is here. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be here for a long time. And this is a prediction. This summer is going to be a summer like no one has ever seen on this planet. Mark me. This summer is going to make the 60s look like a walk in the flip-flopping park. Because people aren't going in. They're not listening to their still quiet voice, which is the soul. They're listening to the, blah, 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 I gotta work, you gotta 40 hours a week, you gotta give the man every single drop of your life. And then, if you're good, then we'll give you, a couple of days off where you can go and get high or get drunk or go out and kill people. So what are you doing? What are you doing with your free will? Are you happy in your life? Are you doing things that satisfy you on a core level in your heart and in your soul? Are you giving back? That's your free will. This is a major shift point in humanity's history. And you've got to decide which side of this you're on. That's your free will. Destiny has set it up that you need to make a decision now. You need to get off the fence and you need to decide what you're going to choose for the rest of the time that you're here, for the long term. Are you going to choose fear and darkness? That's your free will. Are you going to choose love and light? That's also your free will. And you have free will. The powers that be can tell you all kinds of BS, as they have been doing and are still continuing to do, under the guise of safety? Under the guise of caring about you? You think Bezos and Gates give a crap about you? No. The only thing they care about is that you're going and you're doing your job and you're putting in your hours and you're making them filthy flip-flopping rich. What if everybody went on strike? Whoa. I love that the Democrats in the Texas Senate said, you know what? We're not doing this anymore. We're walking out of here. We're not going to go back to Jim Crow and the massacre of innocent people because of the color of their flip-flopping skin. We're not doing it anymore. We're not going to do it. We're not going backwards. That's what they want. The powers that be want you to stay complacent and asleep. We can't do that anymore. We have to stand up and be counted. No matter what, because when you do that, when you stand up for what you really believe in that is the truth, God has your back. And things will happen that you can't even imagine or believe in the positive because God is watching. And God knows and sees you. No matter if you're human or if you're from another galaxy far, far away. If you're standing for the truth, if you're standing for love and light, then God has your back. If your free will is in alignment with destiny and the truth, then you will prosper during this horrendous time in ways that maybe aren't even involved with how much money you make. Because it's not about that. The whole playing field could be leveled in one day if either one of these males, because they're not men, men, they're males. They're egotistical, patriarchal, white males. And they're leading us right over the cliff. So the whole paradigm is changing and shifting as it needs to make a new, real normal that sustains the planet, that sustains the people. There is enough on this planet to feed and clothe and shelter every single person. No child has to die from starvation. No one has to die from starvation. But the greed is insurmountable. The greed that these white boys think that they just know it all and have it all, so therefore they're fine. But if you could really see these people's soul, you would see that they're broken. Don't aspire to be like that. Don't aspire to be broken just because you have money. What else? What else do you have? Yeah, all these foundations that are, helping. Are they really? There's so much misinformation out there. What do you believe? There's your free will. Do you believe the truth of your own knowing and your own alignment with source? Do you believe that? Or do you believe the media and the press and the corporations, there's only 6 maybe that run the whole flip-flopping show. Every single thing you think or read or eat or see. The Matrix, that movie, spot on. If you haven't seen it lately or seen it at all, go take a look. And you'll go, whoa, we're living that right now. Yep. So this is destiny. Right now, this is destiny. And your free will is how you're responding to it. Are you responding or are you reacting? The people that are going out and killing people are reacting. People are like, oh, I don't know why. Oh, why is this happening? Take a look around and see why it's happening. It's happening because people are always going out, looking for the next new thing outside of themselves. Not going within, taking the time to listen, taking the time to quiet that monkey mind and hear the truth. Because if you do slow down long enough to hear that voice, you'll know what to do. You'll know exactly what to do. And your ego, of course, is going to put up all the roadblocks. You can't quit your job that you hate. You can't move out of your home because where would you go? And then you'd be homeless, and then the rental prices and the buying prices, all that's coming down. All of that is going to collapse. The whole thing is imploding, in case you haven't realized. That's what's happening. It's imploding because it's not sustainable for 99% of the people on the planet. Or the planet herself. So, whether you're galactic and you've come to help humanity, to be an awareness that shows humans, hey, there might be more going on than we've been led to believe. Those galactic roots have come to help the Earth move into the 5th dimension, where it is love that permeates that dimension, not fear. 3rd dimension, fear-based. And you have to get through to move on, to move to the next level, if you will. You can't keep doing the same old crap and think that you're going to move on to the next level. Can't do it. Fear will not resonate in the 5th dimension. It is dissonance. It won't resonate. That's why I can't make it. People that are fear-based will eventually make it. But this lifetime is a step-off life. If you want to get to the next level, you can. Yeah, you're going to have to change some stuff. You're going to have to take a good, long, hard look at yourself and your beliefs and what you've been spoon-fed since, you got here, from every avenue, from every onslaught, telling you how you should be and what you should be doing, and you're not good enough. And why do you think people think that they're not good enough? Because that's what, you're always meant to, the subtle underlying message is that you're not. That's the lie. That's the fear. Of course you are. You're amazing, stupendous, outrageously sparks of God. So take this time that is destiny, apply your free will to choose something higher and better for yourselves. And breathe. Believe me, breathing in the conscious holy breath will allow you to see and feel the truth. I want to thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box. And know that you are not alone, that there are seen and unseen forces with you, and that you will get through this. You might have to change your focus. There might be some changes that you have to do, but if you're willing, and willingness is about 90% of it, actually. Willingness is most of it. And then, yes, you have to do the work. And yeah, there's usually some work to do. But if you clear your emotional body, then the work is 100% easier. So I want to thank you for joining me today. And I hope this channeling resonates with you. If it does, and you'd like more information about the work that I am honored to do, which is as a master breathologist, and transforming, this work transforms your life. Transforms your life. So please let me know if that is something that you are interested in, that you would like to be involved with, and we can set up a time and I can let you know more about this and do and work with you, because it is my honor and my privilege to do so. In service to the one, I am. In Lak'ech, I am another yourself. Om Namah Shivaya. And Namaste. Bye for now.